Oh, please be open decks.
Deck 13.
And yes, they are. Can still hear that wind swirling though. Yes, the sea might look calm, but it's still windy up here at the top of the ship. So I'll kick things off here in the sheltered surroundings of the lookout right at the front of the ship. Now, whenever I do these ships tours, especially the complex ones like this, I like to start at the highest deck and work my way down. We're on deck 13 at the moment. I think there's maybe about 9 or 10 decks that have actually got stuff on them to show you, so let's get started. And like I was saying, this is called the Lookout, and straight away you can see that this is a liner designed for ocean crossings, where it's always nice to have something to hide behind. Aye, those mid-Atlantic seas might be quite calm this morning, but it's not always like that. And up here you've also got one of the ship's bells. We'll see how many of these we can find today. I've certainly seen a couple so far, maybe 3. And just 7 steps up from the lookout, we're at the highest part of the ship. You can't go any further than this. It's definitely hold on to your hat territory up here, but it gives you a lovely view down over the bridge and all that navigation equipment. And we can see that big red signature funnel off in front of us now as we head down to deck 12. And down here we've got the winch point for helicopter evacuations and deck games, not to be used at the same time. There's a skylight here as well, and I've not worked this out yet where it goes. Oh, you can't see there. Maybe it's down into the grand lobby. And then we've got a couple of enclosed netted areas. I can never remember what this game is called. It's like the short tennis. Let's go and have a look inside. Yeah, who can tell me the name of this game? Good shot. And on the other side you've got shuffleboard. The sticks are away at the moment. We had a very windy night last night. The decks were closed, but that's the discs in there. And you'll be able to see us attempting to play this game in the main video. And the netted area on the other side, this is some kind of archery game, I guess. That's what it looks like to me. And down the stairs we go again. Just into my left hand side now you've got what I think it's called the Pavilion, and that's where you'll find the indoor pool under a glass roof. You've got whirlpools, you've got table tennis and lots of deck chairs. But for obvious reasons it's not always easy to film at a pool area, so we'll see how we get on. And then we've got the massive Queen Mary 2 sign just to remind us where we are. And more deck games. That one. I'm starting this tour at 8 o'clock in the morning, that's why it's quite quiet out here. The ship itself, it's fairly busy, and I guarantee you down in deck 7 at the buffet, it'll be rammed at the moment. And over on this corner we've got the kennels. And it's only dog owners that are allowed beyond this door. I tried to hire one, but no success. But there is something cool I want to show you here. Because it's transatlantic, the dogs can decide to pee either at a fire hydrant or a lamppost. How fantastic is that? Oh, and on the other side here we've got another great view of that massive funnel and the Queen Mary 2 sign lit up by the morning sun. That's as much as I can show you from the very upper decks, but we will be outside again, I promise. Sorry. Thank you. Oh, it's good to be back inside. And you can see the sign there of all the different levels. I've got a lot of work to do today. Aye, these deck plans that are scattered about everywhere, they're very, very useful in this ship. It's massive. It looks like we've got some more cabins up here. Quite posh ones, I'd imagine. But nothing else on deck 13, so let's head down the stair. Nice paintings everywhere. And the carpets are lovely. I wonder if they've been replaced quite recently. Here on deck 12 we've got something very special, but I'm afraid I can't show you it, and that's the bridge viewing area. During the day when you're at sea you can go through this door and watch all the operations from the bridge, and believe me, it's fantastic. You could easily spend an hour in there just watching everything going on, and it's like a spaceship. Right, let's go down again. Just beside the bin here, you've got sick bags, or as they call them, hygiene bags. And I reckon a few people would have needed those last night. And then this is our next door. Can we go through here? I think so. It looks like it's set up for bridge already. Lots of little trophies in there. There'll be a lot more of these to see throughout the day. But as you can see, that's set up for one of the many activities that you've got on board every single day. And I think it's bridge this morning. I don't know how to play bridge, but you can learn to play in there. So if we're on deck 11 now, I feel like I should at least try to take you back up to deck 12 and show you the pavilion. Let's jump on a lift. The lifts are super quick here, by the way, and you never have to wait too long. And just like that. I could have taken the stairs, of course, but it's nice to show you inside the lift, even for just one floor.
Deck 12.
Good morning.
Morning.
You see it's all going on here already this morning. And believe me, these corridors are long. There's a lot of staterooms on board. And I'll be showing you our basic stateroom a wee bit later on. I say it's basic, it is like the cheapest one, but it's still fantastic. Do we go this way? I still get lost even on day 7. Ah, the big screen. I was hunting for this and I couldn't find it. That's got all the information of our location. There'll be a map coming up soon. The time on board, which is often tricky to keep track of because it changes every day. And then we've got some facts and figures. 345 metres long, this ship. And that's where we are, just south of Newfoundland. And last night we passed the Titanic sinking spot at about 10 PM. And then here we've got the pavilion. I think I'll wait for Alicia before I film in there, and then I can just kind of film her walking around so it doesn't look like I'm filming other people. We'll keep it nice and discreet and respectful. But while I wait for that girl to get ready, I'll show you another outdoor space on deck 11, and I really like this one. It's called the observation deck. Oh, that's a heavy door. So that's the Atlantic room in there where they're playing bridge. And talking of bridge, that's the bridge up there, just one deck above. And just look at that view you get out over the bow of the ship. It is incredible. And see that there, that's the spare ship's anchor. And these are spare blades for the propellers, would you believe? Anyone who knows me will know why this is one of my favourite parts of the ship. I could spend hours up here, and it's a great place when you're leaving port, or I imagine when we're coming into New York. Wow. You can even follow the lines of the bridge right out over the side of the ship. Good morning, Atlantic Ocean. Back inside. There's a lot of hoovering going on, but look who's joined us. Now I'm going to break my rule of going deck by deck. Oh, could you press a button? Yeah, I'm going to break my rule of going deck by deck, and you will find out why in just a moment. This one's quite special. But what we're looking for, I don't think it's on deck 11, I think it's on deck 12. See, still lost. Oh no, where is it?
It's 13.
Is it 13?
Yes.
Okay. You can see already we're not best qualified for this kind of tour. And finally we found what we're looking for. So that is the outdoor observation deck. And this is an elevator, but it's a special elevator. Oh! Look at that!
Oh, beautiful.
What a morning. So there's a lot of people on board that don't even know about this because it tends to be empty. Every time we come in here, we've got the whole place to ourselves. And you can just stand here before you press the floor that you want to go to. This runs from deck 11 down to deck 7. So we might do a couple of wee runs just now. And again, just to show you where we are, that's the bridge up there. And that is the outdoor observation deck. So let's scoot on down to number 7. nobody waiting, straight back up to 11. We've got these on both sides of the ship. I'm not sure if this is the best side to be on, because we're kind of into the sun, but it's still nice, isn't it? There we go, back to the pavilion. Now I can follow you. Table tennis going on there. And the pool.
We're going today.
We should. All the deck chairs set up for the day with their Cunard towels. And see, we're right under a nice glass roof. Again, perfect for Atlantic crossings. Do you remember on the first couple of days we came for a long drive competition at the fairways?
Yes.
I'm not sure if we can get in just now or if it's just for organised events, but we'll try. Yeah. Golf. Ah, so that's what it looks like. You're not going to be able to see it very well on the GoPro, I don't think, but this is where you come with your golf club and do those big drives right into the screen, and it tells you how far you've hit the ball. We came here for a competition, as I say, on one of the first days, but the queue was out the door. It was too long, so we just left, but this would be amazing. Yeah, it'd be good to switch the lights on. Ah, there we go. And this will be where they control it from. But there's no equipment here, so I guess it is just for actual organised events, which they have throughout the week. And that takes you back out onto somewhere we've been already. I think we go down a level now. Look at all these towels. There must be tens of thousands of towels on this ship. And here are the two really good quality table tennis tables. And if you want to see us playing table tennis, check out the main video. Thank you. So from the pavilion we'll go down. We've done deck 11, deck 10 is just staterooms. Deck 9 has got some places that we haven't even been yet. Let's go and have a look.
Okay.
So here we are in deck 9 and we're now looking for the Commodore Club. Like I say, it's somewhere we've not been before, but when I went outside last night, I passed it and there were some people in there in tuxedos and sipping cocktails. Let's see if they let us in. These beautiful wood-lined corridors and smart attire from 6 PM. That's quite normal, but during the day, it's all very casual. Ah, and a beautiful model of the ship. I'm not sure you can see that too well, but at night time this is all very glitzy. There'll be all the drinks set up there. Nice view as well. Just off of the Commodore Club we've got Churchill's, and this is where you come to smoke cigars. Churchill's Cigar Lounge is for cigar and pipe smokers only. Very fancy. From deck 9 we're now going to go down to decks 8 and 7, which are two of the big hitters. That's where a lot of stuff is, so we might as well use the nice elevator. It's only one floor, but why not? That was quite posh in there, eh?
Yeah, not for us. I like the model of the ship.
It's beautiful, you just couldn't really see it with the light coming through the front. Oh, and we're straight into the library.
You can use the computers.
Yeah.
But you must have a Wi-Fi pass.
Aye, what you got here is the biggest library at sea, and that's official. Oh, I'd like one of those in my office. It's got all the magazines too. And a cracking view out the front of the ship. Nice, eh? It's easy to pass time on this ship, believe me. Yeah, so you can come and log on to the internet here. There's various internet packages. As I say, it's not always the strongest signal at sea, but everyone does get an hour for free. We haven't used our hour yet. You can pick up things here like crosswords. It's got Sudoku, the daily programme, and they print off the latest news from Britain and from the United States. Quite good to see that, especially when you don't have internet. Catch up on the sport. Oh, Noah Sullivan's out. Yeah, I'm missing the World Snooker Championships on this crossing. And you've got a book to return, haven't you?
I do. And the lady said you, pop it in there, into the hutch.
Ah, that was nice and easy.
You meant to do it day before embarkation, so I guess it's tomorrow, but still.
Gotcha.
If you want to bring it back, they charge you.
Quite right.
Yes.
And this is the bookshop. Some quite good bargains in here, 2 for $15. And you can also pick up a wee souvenir. Or should I say many souvenirs. Sunglasses. Oh, and some essentials too. The library's right at the bow of the ship, so we're going to need to go back from here. But there is the beauty salon. Can we have a wee look in there, do you think? We can try. I've never been in here. Oh, that's proper equipment.
Give it a shave.
Yeah, I need a shave. I should come in here before I go and meet the captain. You are not coming in here. See, it's your own fault because you're too good at doing your own nails.
That's really cool. I thought it would be a tiny room. This
Me
is
too.
Huge.
I think it must be quite an earner for them in here. Oh, look, there's even a foot spa.
Are you staying in New York?
No. We're not staying. We're taking the trains to...
Thanks, guys. Ah, and this is the bit of the salon we know. We've passed through this one a few times. But that's me breaking my own rules again, so back up the stairs we go. I think we're doing quite well. The only other two places on this deck are the Verandah restaurant and the Terrace pool and bar. And we'll go via this beautiful entrance to the library. There is so much to look at on the walls of this ship. Paintings, information boards, everything. And I've got my particular favourite, which is down on deck 2, I think. So you got a bit of time to wait for that. Morning, Henry. Always such a happy lad. Here maybe, stairwell C. Further back. Oh, let's have a look at the map. So you are here. Oh yeah, it's right at the back. It certainly feels like we've walked the length of the ship. Is this us at the back?
Oh, I've never been here.
The veranda. Nice ambience in here. Now I believe this is one of the alternative dining options, as they call it, and that basically means you have to pay extra for it. As you can see by the seats, it's not quite ready for service yet. It's still morning, and I think this is a steak restaurant. We've got a nice view out over the back of the ship and our first outdoor pool. Yeah, so it is a steakhouse, and there's a wee menu. Oh, caviar at around about $100, and steaks from around about $22.50. That's not too bad actually. Everything on board is in dollars, remember? But like I say, you can get a really good steak in the restaurant that we've got included, and they cook it just to perfection. sometimes get that misconception that you'll be seated at a big table with other people in a ship, especially one like this, but on board here, there's loads of tables for two. And in fact, we've got a table for two in the main restaurant for the whole crossing, and we didn't even pre-book it. There she is at the bar.
Of course I'm at the bar.
And from the restaurant and all that copyright music, it's out to the terrace bar. Let's go. Ah yes, Grills, Terrace, Deck 11. This is for reserved guests only. And that is not us, but I wonder if they'll let us have a wee look at it. Although I wonder if it's just that bit there. And we can use the rest of it. Because this is called the Terrace Pool and Bar. But you can even get an alcoholic slushy. I think they're about $11. There's the pool. And the outdoor whirlpools. And they sometimes have a band set up on this little deck, especially when you leave port, or I'm guessing when we arrive in New York. Although that is going to be at about 4:30 in the morning, so maybe not. Nice view from up here over the stern of the ship. And the whirlpool is empty at the moment, the one right at the stern. That is a fantastic place to be. Yeah, I've just double checked, and this area is open to everyone on the ship. The Grills Terrace is just this little bit here. We'll go back inside. So that was deck 8, and we're going to deck 7 now, where the buffet is. We've not had breakfast yet, so I think we should stop off there, grab a wee bite to eat.
You must admit the decor of the ship is beautiful.
Oh, it's stunning. I like how it's not too elaborate, it's quite classic. The only thing is I've got no idea what ship's time is at the moment. What's going to be served, if anything. Oh, that's the Grills restaurant back there. We're not allowed in there. We need to go this way. You can help yourself to drinks here, coffees, juices, water, ice, 24 hours a day. And then we've got what is possibly the end of breakfast service, I'm not quite sure. The buffet is massive, by the way, it just keeps going. You'll always find a seat, even at busy times. And there's plenty of different serving areas, but this is the big one. I'm not sure if we've missed breakfast, as I say, but there still seems to be quite a lot of stuff. Pastries, breads, fruit. Find me a fry up. You can even get glazed pork for your breakfast. Still some stuff left. And I like how you've always got the choice between normal bacon and American bacon. American bacon every time. And eggs however you want them. It's not so easy to film and fill up my plate, so we'll see you in a minute. Oh, did you get something nice?
Yes.
Ah, thank you. And I've got a cranberry cocktail. I'm becoming very addicted to this stuff. Now, this wasn't actually a scheduled stop on today's ship's tour. We're only here because we're hungry. But if you want to see more of the food options on board Queen Mary 2, check out our main video, because we tried to show a bit of everything on there. But for now, we're just going to get this down the hatch.
That was brilliant.
Oops. Right, you enjoy your coffee and I'll just go and do the outdoor decks.
Okay.
And the rest of this buffet. And then I'll come back and see you right here. When the buffet starts lunch service, this area here, this is where you'll come for pizza and pasta, or serve yourself ice cream. And then through at the next bit, this is where they'll make you burgers and hot dogs. Very good quality stuff as well. So even in just one buffet restaurant, you've got loads of different areas you can go and explore. And the sun's out just in time for us to have a look at the outdoor pavilion. It's still going to be windy though. I just know it. The loop on deck 7 is where everyone comes for a walk, and if you do 3 laps, I think it's just over a mile. So it's a good place to get your steps in. And there's ship's time. It's 10:15. And what a beautiful morning. And here, right at the stern of the ship, you've got one of 3 pools. You've got the whirlpool at the back, and I'm not sure what this is, maybe a kid's pool? And plenty of space to sit outside. I'll go right down to the very stern now, which is a scary place. You might have seen that in the main video. I don't like it. And you'll see what I mean here, not just the power of the engines, but we've got an overhang, and I find it very scary. Not the kind of place I want to hang about for too long. And of course, there's no need to bring the towels from your room. There's plenty at every single pool. And in fact, there's the little plaque now. The walkathon, 3 laps 1.1 mile, 2 laps 1.1 kilometre. And I just need to pause here and reset my watch. There we go, I know when I am again. And the deck chairs on deck 7 are super comfy. But this is also where you'll find the lifeboats. I just hope I'm not going to be showing you a video on board one of those. Right, let's go and find that girl. Come on you, back to work.
Okay, let's go.
We're going to the starboard side now, just forward of the buffet, and that's where we'll find, oh no, what's it called?
Carinthia line.
Carinthia Lounge, that's the one. I'm glad you're here. You can even wash your hands before your meal. They're very careful about on-board hygiene, especially in the first 72 hours.
Yes.
You get served at the buffet, but thereafter you can help yourself. And here's the Carinthia Lounge now, which is a bit more of a chilled place, although it does tend to get quite busy. But you've got sofas, nice seats, and they do light bites in here rather than the main menu.
It's more like a coffee shop.
Aye. And there's often someone playing the piano in here. So busy today. You see the band is setting up already. Oh, there's all the wines. And just in the corner of the Carinthia Lounge, this is where you get your light bites. They're all very fresh and nice. It's a good place to come. Clearly it's not open at the moment. They'll be getting ready for lunch service in there. So after you've had all your unlimited food, which is available 24 hours a day, even for room service, and that's included in your fare, there's only one place to go. And we're into the gym, which is probably going to be quite busy at the moment.
Yeah, we
it tends to be
after 6 p.m.
Yeah, where it's dead, it's just us and some of the crew. Look at all the CV machines. But like I say, we'll be quite respectful in here because it is busy at the moment. But this is a massive gym. Just not ideal to film at the moment. So we're back at the bow of the ship, and before I go out that door, I just want to show you this little plaque. The features you see before you are often mistaken for modern art sculptures or even windbreaks, but to the crew on board they are affectionately referred to as the Commodore's cufflinks. In reality, they are spare propeller blades for Queen Mary II's propulsion system. Let's go and have a look at them. Just out here, mind the step. And of course, this gives you an idea of the size of those propellers. That's just the individual blades. And look at those bolts holding them down. Solid. I just wonder how often they've got to replace them, because There's quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is as far forward as you can get on the ship, where everything is on an industrial scale. The lights, the davits, the big anchor over there. And it's a perfect place to swing round and look at the front of the ship. It's magnificent. So it's another place that I like to come, but let's just say it's a wee bit windy out here. Oh, and while I'm out here, I've got a fun little fact for you, if you can even hear me. Do you see these 3 black lines? They're the only fake thing on Queen Mary 2. They're meant to represent the decks of the older ships, but they don't have them on this ship, so they're there purely for aesthetic reasons. Oh, let's get back inside.
Excuse me, sir.
Oof. That was a wise decision not to go out.
Yeah, I thought so.
So that was deck 7. It feels like we've shown you so much already. Deck 6, 5 and 4 are really just staterooms, and there's some stuff for kids, which of course I'm not going to film. So the next thing we're going to see will be deck 3. But before we go there, let's go to our stateroom. We can also have a look at the laundrette when we're down there. Yeah?
Yes. Our cabin is at the very front of the ship.
And whereas we thought that might be a problem, it's actually really nice.
Our room was made up, so it's not messy. Good. It might be a little bit messy.
There's Her Majesty just outside our door, Prince Philip. Welcome to our home and stateroom 4001. Thank you. Now, room service has been, but it's still a little bit lived in. I mean, we've been here for 6 nights so far.
I think so.
2 to go. And we even pushed the beds together because they were apart, but they're very easy to move. But this is the basic Queen Mary 2 stateroom, and it's big. Let me just whack on the lights so we can see it a bit better. These beds, by the way, super comfy. And the pillows, I just love these pillows. And I think it's Egyptian cotton bed sheets. All very nice. And you got quite a big window. I was expecting we would just have a porthole, but no. It's a decent view. Got shelves above, got our bedside tables. We've got this little table here, which is the only thing I don't like. I don't think it's big enough, especially when you're getting like room service. You've got quite a few plates and cups and glasses. That's not really big enough. I'd much rather see a proper dining table there. Let's have a sit down and look at the desk. So here we've got the water, which is $4 a bottle, so that's not been touched. You can get water for free just along in the buffet. All my cables, sorry. You've got your telephone, of course, where you can get your concierge, room service. Like I say, room service is included 24 hours a day. You don't pay a thing for that. And you can get alarm calls or the medical centre. You've got your TV here in the corner. We tend to have this set up with the route map you would get like on a plane. You get all the information and of course exactly where we are. So we're just below Newfoundland at the moment, and there is Long Island. That's where we'll be sailing into in Brooklyn. Then over here you've got all your storage space. Remember, you can go on one of these ships for up to 110 days, I think is about the longest one, so you do need all that space. In this one we've got a safe, the kettle, just some more general storage. 4 drawers under here, I won't show you all of those. And then in this one, we've just got our suitcases in here, and that's where your life jackets are. And then finally, if we just swing round to the bathroom, it's all very nice in here as well. They give you Penhaligon's products, very posh. And we've got a little wash line here in front of the shower, so we've got our gym gear on it at the moment. More Penhaligon stuff, a nice powerful shower. And they give you loads of towels. And an interesting little addition here is the ashtray, and that's where you'd put your cigarettes. I'm not sure I'd want to sit and smoke in the toilet, but of course remember that's something you can't be using anymore. Oh, and you get bathrobes. I think they're branded. It does say Cunard, doesn't it, somewhere? Here we are. And you get slippers as well. And I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I haven't shown you in here yet, but I don't think so. Oh, one thing to note, the aircon is superb. You just control it from here outside the bathroom. We've always got it on cool. But I'd say once again, if you want to see what this stateroom is like to actually live in, then check out our main video, because we've got quite a few clips on there, including when you come back in the evening and they've done the turn down service. You've got the little chocolates and your information. I love that. Oh no, that's quite sad. Preparing for disembarkation. Oh well, it had to happen eventually. And on the back of the door, as in any hotel really, you've got all your fire evacuation information. We're Assembly Station C, which is up on deck 7. That's the one you can walk right round the ship. Hello.
Hello.
Done. We were going to show you the laundrette as well, but at the moment they're really busy. It's always like that, you need to get there early. The laundry service, well, it's free to do it yourself, or you can send your items away, which for I think 15 items is about $40, so we would definitely be doing it ourselves. We actually have some laundry to do before we arrive in New York, but I think we'll go there very early tomorrow morning. We can have a look as we go past. I don't think we're going to be able to show you much in there though, because it is, as I say, busy at the moment, but they've got them on different decks all the way up. Right, we'll get on our way again, and the funny thing is, you might think, okay, you've gone from deck 13 to deck 4, that must be most of the ship. Well, I think the best is still to come. In fact, definitely the best is still to come. Let's go.
Hey, the best one was the buffet.
This could actually be the longest passageway on the whole ship.
I think so.
Hello, thank you. There we go, laundrette. It's open from 7:30 till 9 PM. Can we look inside? That'll be a no.
Let's go.
Oh, look at that. Behind the scenes, eh? Wow. Sorry. Yeah, so you get the idea of the laundry. I don't need to show you washers and dryers. You know what that's all about. And we'll try and go there. 7:30 tomorrow morning. That might be the best bet. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Well, we did come back to the cabin just to pick up some more batteries for the camera. Forgot to show you the hairdryer. A very retro vintage looking hairdryer.
It's fine, I used it, it works.
And the fridge, which is quite expensive. So again, we haven't touched anything in there, but this Prosecco, we bought that in Tesco before we boarded. You're allowed to bring one 750ml bottle each of alcohol when you board initially, and we've still got one in the fridge. That shows how much we drink.
Out again.
Vamos. Here it is, the grand lobby. And I don't even know how many floors this covers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see these windows up here? That's actually internal cabins. I'm not sure I'd want to be in one of those, to be honest.
But drama.
You could watch the drama.
You could watch all the drama from there.
And you could always see how long the queue is at the purser's office. And there's a reason, of course, why the lobby and the fancy restaurants are low down midships on an ocean liner, and that's because you get the best stability here. So it's a very different layout from a lot of cruise ships, but we've never been on a cruise. So for us, it's all new anyway. And this is also where you'll find all the shops, but I tend to find a lot of the shops are very fancy and not much actual practical stuff that you might need.
All of them are very fancy. We didn't buy anything.
And an example of that is the shop right here, Fabergé. I don't think we'll get anything in here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah. When it suits you.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Thank you.
Oh, thank you too.
So I'm afraid it's just window shopping for you. Through here, this is the only part of the shops that we have used so far. This is where you get all your souvenirs and Queen Mary II merch. The only thing I'd say though is they don't have many sizes. You know, because I was quite fancying one of these jackets, the Musto jacket, but they've only got 4. And nothing's big enough for me. Cunard chocolate bars. Quite like the water bottles. Yeah, I like these Musto special editions. And you get a few essentials here and some chocolates and sweeties. But no vending machines on board. You were looking for some conditioner, weren't you?
I was looking for hair conditioner. And yeah, they only have like the huge bottle. They should have lots of stuff like this.
Yeah.
Even if they were more expensive, you would obviously take it back when you fly.
Gotta say though, the value's quite good. Yeah, it's a big bag. Cunard branded. $40, that's not bad. T-shirts.
25, 35.
25. Even this nice jacket, $90. I always want a mug for some reason. Just off of the souvenir shop, we've got another nice little cafe.
It smells like a proper coffee.
And opposite the cafe, this is the chart room. I don't think we've been in here yet. Oh, they have music in here too. And then from here, I think we go through to some kind of champagne room, is it? Yes, the Laurent Perrier Champagne
40
Bar.
years anniversary. Yes, that is the anniversary stone for 40 years, and that is, of course, ruby as well.
What have we got here?
Anyone have heard about the Grand Road already, right? So when you see on the
Oh,
back
that's
of
our
the road,
plotted route. So we went from Southampton over to Le Havre, and then right across the Atlantic. We passed the Titanic wreck last night about 10 PM, and we're just heading in now along the southern end of Long Island, and we'll dock in Brooklyn in about 38 hours time. And you can bid for the ship's chart in a silent auction, which is also signed by the captain and the crew. We'll head down the grand staircase now to, I don't know, level 3? See, that's the purser's office there if you need any information, but the queue is always super long. My only tip is don't go in the first couple of days of the voyage or the last couple of days. We've got fresh flowers in the middle. They smell lovely. And then the piano, which is sometimes playing all on its own. Now another place we've not been yet, the casino. I don't like these ones, I like the ones that have got a proper handle. All over the ship you'll find lots of ornaments and things that need dusted. Should we go and have a look at the Britannia restaurant?
Yes.
Where we have our meals? So in the restaurant where we're going to take you now, we're not sure if it's open, but we'll try and get in. That's where we have breakfast, lunch and dinner included, but we tend to only go there at dinner time just to keep it special, you know?
Dress up.
These are awesome. Look at this fella. Oh yes, before we get to the restaurant, we've got the pub, the Golden Lion, and you can get lovely lunches in there, and they put live football on too. And just outside, there's a proper post box.
It works.
Oh! As I say, this is where we've got a table booked every night. Might even be able to show you our table. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? And like so many areas in this ship, it's huge. But do you want to see our table? I'll take you there now. Ta-da! $395. We might have a table for two, but some of them are enormous. And again, that's fresh flowers as a centerpiece. I also like how this restaurant is the full beam of the ship, so you go from the port side to the windows on the starboard side.
I'd like a pictures here. I should put like a nice dress on and then come when it's quiet.
That's a good
and
idea.
take, like a picture on the stairs.
Yeah.
Like,
Hello. And it's not just one level, oh no. We've got upstairs too. And then upstairs again. Look at Alicia down there. You look so small. But I'm getting distracted by these expensive looking bottles of wine. Vines from the 1973 harvest. I'm from the 1973 harvest. Be nice to get a window view. I wonder how many tables there are in here. We're already at 583. It's looking nice out there. I think this is today's lunch menu. As I say again, it's all included. Oh, crispy fish taco. And the good thing is you don't even need to dress up for lunch, but we'll be dressed up a wee bit later on. We meet the captain. Here we are, the Golden Lion. And the first thing you see when you come in is darts. Music, Premier League football. Aye, it's nice in here, but if you're coming for lunch, get here early. I think they start serving lunch from midday, so be here about 22, I would say, just to get a table. Oh yeah, there's a tour office in the corner. You can go there and book tours of New York. I think when we get to New York, we're just going to be doing our own thing, aren't we?
Yes.
We're now going to try and show you a couple of the most spectacular areas. We've got the theatre and we've got Illuminations, which is like the cinema, the planetarium. This is incredible. It's as good as some West End theatres, believe me. Let's have a look. Oh, Ben Thompson's doing his Q&A at the moment, but we should still be able to have a look. If we can't, we'll come back later.
How aware you are of what's moved, but BBC Breakfast is now in Salford, as I said on Wednesday. Radio 5 Live is there, BBC 6 Music's there, BBC Children's is there, BBC Sport is there. They've just moved a lot of stuff to Cardiff, which is where we do drama. There's Birmingham as well, with other factual kind of stuff. Bristol is the natural history, the amazing Natural History Museum at Bristol. You know, that might just be a few different accents, and a few different voices. You know, if I'm interviewing someone from a charity. Yeah,
we'll come back later. Ben, the featured speaker from the BBC, is doing his Q&A just now. We went to his first talk the other day, and it was fantastic behind the scenes view of everything that goes on at BBC Breakfast and around the world. You might have been able to see how beautiful it is in there, but like I say, I'll come back when it's empty. For now, Illuminations?
Okay.
Let's go. So here we are at Illuminations, right behind the theatre, and this is where you come for the cinema, 3D shows, planetarium, and some of the lectures as well in here. Looks like there'll be something starting fairly soon. But again, look at the size of it. And the big circle in the ceiling there, that's the planetarium. So the red seats, they pitch right back, so you're sitting pretty much on your back looking up at the planetarium show. And there's a podium out in the little stage, so we'll have a lecture starting in here, I guess in about half an hour. And if you come to a lecture and you're not sure if you want to stay for the full thing, just sit in these seats at the back and you can make a quick exit. Yeah, I think this would be a perfect theatre, never mind the secondary auditorium. That was one of the 3D shows that was on, really enjoyed that one. Sorry, I've got no idea what level we're on now. We're just wandering. I'm lost down here. Oh, what's that? Is this for anyone to use? Got a printer, loads of computers. I could come in here and do some editing. As I say, we haven't used our hours free internet yet. We think we've got one each. Maybe we'll come in here. I've tried to do some editing while on board, but I've not been very successful. There's just too much to do. Oh, I remember this corridor. We found it by mistake, didn't we?
Yeah. There's lots of stuff on this side.
Could quite literally spend all day reading all the information boards. In fact, it would take a whole other video. And we're now going to walk down one of my favourite corridors because it shows you some of the stars who have sailed aboard Cunard or White Star Line before it. I love this. We start with David Niven. There's Bob Hope. Maybe you can name some of the others in that photograph. Ginger Rogers. Joan Crawford. Who else have we found? Marlene Dietrich. Rita Hayworth, one of my favourites. Debbie Reynolds. Elizabeth Taylor and her dog. And on this side we've got Clark Gable. Cary Grant. I tell you what, we're in good company in this ship. Dean Martin. Deborah Kerr. Bing Crosby. And Buster Keaton. This really was the way to travel, and having done 6 nights aboard ourselves, I think it still is. We couldn't show you much there because it was very busy, but there's a little corridor where they've got board games and jigsaws set up. That's a great place just to come and sit for half an hour and do some of that kind of stuff. Like I say, there's so many different things to do on board. And right next to it, we've got the booking office. So,
Alaska?
you want to book another one?
Oh, there we go. Hello, this is Business Live from the BBC with Marion and Sherry and Betty. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
That's Ben's Q&A finished now, so we'll just wait for all the audience to file out. Then we should have an empty, bright theatre and let you see it properly. And it looks like someone sitting here wants to go to Alaska.
Alaska, wow.
So let's have a good mooch around this theatre. Look at it, we're down in the stalls at the moment. It goes all the way back to the balcony. And the lights have just gone down, but you still get a fair idea. Oh, that's quite a nice view. That's us just been told to leave, so got that in just in time. Midday, this will be the navigation announcement from the bridge. While we wait for that, we're just checking to see if we've shown you as much of the ship as we can. As you can see, most of it in maroon here is made up of staterooms. I think we still need to go to the Queen's room.
Here
he is, Captain Thomas.
Captain's speaking of bridge, and as the whistle went and the bells being sounded, noon is coming on, and another sea day, another new navigation.
As the captain continues his announcement, the daily announcement at midday, we're going to head back to the cabin. I think we've covered most of the ship. There's a few little places we still want to show you.
Let's look forward to seeing you around the ship. I will now hand you to our French hosts.
We'll try this empty.
Oh!
I'm going to get the stuff and we can do the laundry.
Is there one free? So it's good that the laundrette is empty now. You've got the washing machines at the bottom, dryers at the top. You've got these things that you can pop in, laundry detergent. You've got ironing boards. That's something I could have used on this trip. And like I say, it's all free, so you can just come and use this at any time. But if you are coming on board, we would recommend coming here early, maybe even 7 AM. When does it open? 7:30 AM it opens. So that's when to be here. And we're back in the cabin. There might still be a few little things to show you that I'll add on at the end, but right now there's a washing machine just about to finish. It's got our name on it. Hello. You have to be quick in here, someone beat me to it. We'll go back in time now to our normal video, do a bit more filming for that, and we might see you a bit later. Hello, it's me again. I'm going to try and show you the Queen's room just now. They're about to serve afternoon tea in there, and it's quite something when the waiters come in, so let's go and have a look. Is it through there? Yes, we're almost there. One down. It gets very, very busy in there, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to show you, but I'll do my best. It should be kicking off in about a minute and a half, just through that door. But while afternoon tea is a wonderful tradition on board and such a great experience, it's not so good for filming. You will be sat with people and you'll be at a table about the same size as the table in your cabin, so it's not one for the camera. Oh, I haven't seen this before. Clarendon Fine Art. How much do you think this one is? Just over $9,000. I've got to be honest, most of that stuff is not to my taste, and the numbers are a bit on the big side. I've found yet another corridor with lots of ornaments, trophies. Look at these. And what have we got here? We've got the Cunard tartan. Cunard on the Clyde it's called, from the Scottish Register of Tartans. And I think that's about us now. We're on deck 2 at the moment. There is a deck 1, that's where the medical centre and all that kind of stuff is, but I don't think I can get down there, which is understandable. So as I head back up to our room, I think that's about us, folks. Oh, there is one more thing to show you though. After I've entered this silent auction, of course, how much will we bid for the chart? What do you think? 150. And as we pass Her Majesty, there it is, the other ship's bell. And it feels appropriate to end the video there. We started at a ship's bell and we finished at a ship's bell. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Let me know what you think of Queen Mary 2 in the comments below, whether you've been on board or whether you'd like to go on board. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.